it. There's probably not a lot of developments this term. It seems to be more that we're getting this more what we saw on turn 13. Prussians are definitely making their presence felt. The French really are feeling it. The right for the Allies has pushed forward. That is now really damaging the French with a lack of cavalry behind them. That could result in them swinging round. If the battle ended at this point, I think it would probably be a draw. The French haven't broken through, but they've now got a united Allied army in front of them. Could end up with the Allies being split in half, with the British right wing being isolated. That is a substantial part of their forces, but it's not been the breakthrough. But it also hasn't hammered the French enough for it to be a decisive Allied victory. So what we'll do is we'll have our wander round and we'll have a look at what's going on. So we've got the combined forces of both Allies sides now, pushing forward. May actually hit the French troops in the flank on the next table down. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Okay, so that does look like they're putting a charge in now against the Hussars. Okay, that's not looking good for that little French. They're about to be heavily hit. So we've got French units falling back there.
Yay me! So charge move.
So I'm not seeing a lot of difference here. We've got lots of Allied troops still in reserve. Looks like the Enniskillians have dropped back. And we've got those Dutch Belgians that really had far exceeded their expectations. They've now finally routed. I can't get a good view there. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down a bit and we'll have a look what I can see more from down here. So there's plenty of movement from the Allied centre there, from the right end of it, before we hit the extreme right. I'm starting to realise just how much Allied troops there are left down this side. It's quite a dramatic number. Front line is still, in many ways, what we're actually looking at is most of the British Army is on the KGL are still intact and to the right. So if Napoleon keeps throwing troops into the centre, I think we may have the possibility of a pincer movement between the two Allied flanks. So let's have a look at closest to what's going on in the firefight. Yeah. It's looking quite successful for the British there. We've got a few units of the French line halted, so that's looking promising. So what is behind this French line that's being attacked? Oh, very, very little. That cavalry is still moving towards the centre. That's become almost like a sink, drawing everything into it now. I think they are going to struggle. We've still got the guard there, who are now marching to my right. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Got the guard in the centre there. Yeah, the guard are just moving up. Like I said, the heavy cavalry definitely moving up. Now that's interesting. We've got the Allied infantry have actually moved past the sandpit, and the cavalry are basically swerving around them, letting the infantry unit fight them. Okay, this is now getting very patchy and scrappy. We've got some of the British having to form squares. This is a French cavalry attack. Not a big one, certainly not the sort of amount you see during the film Waterloo. That's coming up now. And the French are moving further and further forward there. So let's have a look at what's going on the Prussian side of the battlefield. So a lot of French cavalry moving up there. I'm guessing that that's been pulled off the centre, and what's happened is the cavalry on the French left is having to move to the centre. Some infantry moving up behind, but there's certainly not enough infantry to stop the Prussians. Okay, Prussians have swung to their right, interesting, and seem to be going along the ridge line. I think the plan there is to basically try and roll up the French line. Very interesting. That's an interesting new development. So Prussians pushing forward, as we've just seen there. Let's have a look over this side. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we've got Prussian infantry moving forward. Vast numbers of columns actually look like they are pushing for Waterloo. I do think it looks like some will bypass and head straight towards those French guns. The French light cavalry is still holding them up. They have been incredibly successful in that. But we can see the assaults are starting to go in on the church. Okay. Definitely very, very interesting. So that's the state of play this turn. What do I think is going to happen next? I genuinely don't know. That Prussian move to swing to the right, that's going to be interesting. I'll keep an eye on that one. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next part.